Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's MY here, 505RC, coming to you with a build that I've been waiting to do. It is my large scale, my 1/5 conversion RedCat Rampage MT. You can go from gas to brushless. So I want to have a lot of fun running this large scale motor. First thing we need to do is break it down. So I showed y'all some of the Crenshaw design parts. I'm gonna let you see some of the motor and a couple other things we want to do with this truck. So what I'm going with first, this is the Castle 5th scale 2028 780 kV motor. At 8S, I should get about 10 horsepower out of this motor. So this is the motor. Then we're gonna go with the Castle XL2 ESC. Like I said, 8S. Batteries haven't come yet, but I was so eager to do this build, I said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna keep it moving. And one thing I want to do a black chassis, so I went with the VHT engine enamel, and I'm gonna do a 320 grit sandpaper because it comes with a gold chassis, as you can see. And what I want to do is do it in black. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, MY here. We're gonna bring Venom back. If you want to check out this build thread, like I said, we have a lot more detailed pictures, a lot more information. Go to calrc.com and click on forums. Go under 505RC. I'll put a link down below so you can go straight to the forum build and check it out. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, first thing first, we'll go ahead and take off the roll cage. We'll take off the throttle servo first. Now I've already removed the engine. I sold the engine already. So now what we need to do is start removing the rest of the gearing from the original transmission. Alright, so we got to go with a 3mm Allen wrench. Alright, let's flip her over. She's a biggin'. So now we have the original gear assembly out. Alright. Center drive is out now. Alright, now we'll go ahead and flip it back over. Woo! Alright, so what we'll do now is go ahead and remove the remaining pieces for the bell crank here, and I want to remove my front and my rear axles, and we'll go ahead and break it down, and we'll have just a chassis. Once we do that, I can get ready to sand this down and get ready to paint it black. So I really need to clean it up a whole lot, so we're going to keep going. Alright, here we go. Alright, I had to pull out my Energy 23mm hex wrench because I had to purchase one. I don't have a vehicle this size. Sometimes it's hard to believe how big this truck is, but that's the size of the nut for the wheel. Just to put it in perspective for you, it's about the size of a quarter. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these wheels off and keep it going. This is one of the wheels, like I said, largest vehicle I've ever worked with. This is one wheel. Forget a 40 series. I don't even know what size this is. One wheel. Alright, so I've removed the steering system, and the only thing we have left to do now is move the front and the rear axles, and we're good to go. Alright, so we've gotten the front end off, so now what we gotta do is go ahead and try to remove the rear end. It's pretty simple, just got 4 bolts holding it all together. So remove the front end already. Go ahead and start removing the rear end. You got 2 bolts to go through the shock tower that mount to the bumper, so we'll remove those. Alright, and now we have removed the rear differential and axle assembly. Nothing left to do now is remove the front and rear bumpers. Alright YouTube, so we've gone ahead and we broke it down. I got my bumpers off already, so right now all I have is my aluminum chassis plate. So what I'm gonna do now, well, I'm not gonna do it right now because it was some work pulling it apart, but the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean it with some of my Moo degreaser here, motor degreaser, and once we get it all cleaned up, I'm gonna hit it with that 320 grit sandpaper, then come back at it again with my motor degreaser, and from that we're gonna paint it black. So once we do that, I'll show you that process. We're gonna go ahead and call it quits for right now. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. Come back, we'll have a nice clean black chassis and we'll be ready for reassemble. Again, this is M White 505 RC. Thanks for watching. 5th scale, big build, bringing Venom back. Signing out.